Faith it till you make it. Hello friends. Believe all is well with all of us. Well, as we all are finishing this year 2020 with some unforgettable memories, why not we take this time to welcome our new year with something that will help us not only to have a peaceful new year, but also a peaceful life ahead. Faith. And for this, my friends, our reference scripture comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20. Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20. Let's read it together, shall we? He answered, "For truly I tell you, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." That's what is written. Faith. And what is faith, my friends? Many ways to define it and to understand it. But to put it simply, faith is believing in that which cannot be believed. There's no way to believe it, but you still believe it. That is faith. And faith sounds absurd. It sounds absurd because you're trusting in something that is not possible in the natural. It is absurd because it is not of your intellect. It is beyond your logic. It's beyond your reason. It is not something that you can examine, test, qualify, and then finally say, "I shall have this faith." No, it's not that. It is simple, but it's beyond all this. Faith is an act of surrender. It's a surrender that leads us to faith, my friends. And surrender is not a weak gesture. It is not giving up. It is an act of yielding and flowing with the flow of life, trusting that no matter what, God is coming in my way to help me, even when sailing in uncharted waters. That is surrender, which leads us to faith. Trust in the higher intelligence that is there to guide us. A man is just about to cross the road, and just then a 5-year-old child comes up and says, "Uncle, help me. Even I want to cross the road." So uncle tells the child, "Hold my finger tight and just move along with me." Uncle takes 3 steps ahead into the road. The child holding the finger also takes 3 steps into the road. Uncle stops. The child too stops. Uncle moves 5 steps to the side, and the child also moves 5 steps to the side. Somewhere seeing a big truck coming, uncle takes 2 steps back, and the child moves back as well. Sometimes stopping, sometimes walking, and sometimes going backward, but eventually uncle crosses the road. And still holding on to that finger, the child also crossed the road. What was it to that uncle? A responsibility. What was it to the child? Nothing. He just wanted to cross the road. It didn't matter to the child whether a bus was coming or a truck was coming. He didn't question, he didn't doubt, he didn't stress, he didn't sweat. He just held on to that uncle's finger in faith, and he reached to the other side. Now the mistake of the child, my friends, would be if he holds the finger of uncle and then starts to doubt him. Is this uncle good enough to help me to cross the road? Unfortunately, my friends, this is the story of most of us. We hold the finger, we go to the middle of the road, and then start doubting, speculating. The child should have asked that question before he held on to uncle's finger. Having held on to that finger now, all questions must cease. Somehow, our intelligence interferes with the higher intelligence that is guiding us, and we start doubting in life. Doubting this way, now you hold this uncle's finger for 5 minutes, then you hold that uncle's finger for 2 minutes, and this is suffering to everyone because you're not letting anyone to help you. Doubt enough till you have faith. Having imposed your faith, stop doubting. A doubting mind, it's always looking back, always thinking of an alternative. It is neither here nor there. Always want to have a plan B. Moses did not say, wait a minute, this God suddenly appears to me in the bush and tells me to lead his people out of Egypt. He tells me to cross the Red Sea. What? To cross the Red Sea by foot? Is this some kind of joke? What if God cannot divide the sea right in time and we all drown and die? Moses did not doubt like that, my friends. Moses did not ask for any lifeboats while crossing the Red Sea. Abraham did not have any contingency plan while taking Isaac to the top of the mountain to sacrifice. Mary, she did not doubt when the angel of God appeared to her and said she will conceive without a man's seed and give birth to Jesus. She didn't doubt him. There is no doubt and there is no supposition in faith. Jesus, one day, he comes to this illiterate, simple fishermen and asks them to follow him. These men, they look at Jesus. He was radiant, beautiful, innocent, and kind. And these men, the fishermen, they just leave their boats and follow him. No questions asked. They did not sit there and speculate. They didn't look for the track record of Jesus. How many followers did he have? What kind of miracles did he perform? Is he reliable or not? No, they did not think like that. They just immediately stepped out of their fishing boats and stepped into faith and followed him. They did not think that, oh, all the others are saying that this guy is mad, so why should we follow this madman? And he just looks like us, but he says he's the Son of God. Who knows? Should we follow him or not? You see, my friends, they did not doubt like that. They just innocently surrendered and followed Jesus immediately because they had faith. And see what happened. Just see what happened. Their faith is so rewarded that not only miracles after miracles happened in their own lives, but even to this day, the positive and profound effects of their faith is what we witness everywhere. You and I sitting here are learning through these books or gospels they wrote. They became the pillars of the church. That is the reward of their faith, which we are reaping now. When that lady with the issue of blood touched the robe of Jesus in faith, she was instantly healed. Instantly healed. And Jesus said, "Daughter, it is your faith that has healed you." It's her faith that's healed her. Just have faith. Agreed that you may have that mountain-sized challenge in your life, Agreed that you have that mountain-sized sickness in your body. Agreed that you may have that child of yours causing all sorts of problems. Agreed that you may have that mountain-sized debt. No denying at all. They are facts. But the truth is, God is bigger than all those mountain-sized problems. The truth is, God is stronger than all those giants you're facing in your life now. Have faith. God knows and He understands our capabilities and our weaknesses. He knows that it is difficult sometimes to have such enormous faith when all the time your situation is telling you that you have this big problem. That is why He is asking us to have faith of a mustard seed size, to face a mountain-sized problem. Please see the kindness of God, my friends. Have little faith. Just have faith. That's the key Jesus gave us. This giant Goliath comes and challenges the whole Israel and its warriors. Everyone stepped back as they knew there was no way on earth they can defeat Goliath. But here comes a teenage boy, not even grown fully in his body, just a boy. No spear, no sword. And this boy is David. And all David had was faith. Faith in his unfailing God. And in that faith, he declares to this giant, he declares saying, I come to you in the name of God Almighty. Today I will take your head and feed your flesh to the birds and wild animals. What a courage! What a faith! A teenage shepherd boy killing an enormous giant. Does it happen anywhere? Except in kids' cartoon movies. What was David's weapon to kill that giant? A small, smooth stone which he used to kill him? No, it was not that stone. It was his faith in God. And looking at his faith, God honored. And we all know what happens in this story. David kills Goliath. Where there's faith, there is no fear. Take that small rock of faith in your hands and defeat that giant illness. Take that small rock of faith and get rid of that alcohol, drugs, or porn, or any other addictions you may have. Have that mustard seed size faith. Have faith in the higher guiding intelligence. Finally, my friends, scientists now have proved that at the subatomic level, the shape of molecules change even by mere looking at them. Please get this. The shape of molecules can be changed just by looking at them. So not only in the visible objective world, but in the invisible world also, everything that exists at a different level of vibration. Our thoughts, our words, our fears and our faith, everything exists at a different vibration. You look at something with doubt, fear, with a negative look. Guess what? That is what will manifest for you. You look at anything with positive look, trust and faith. Guess what? That's exactly is what is coming in your way. So my friends, when you fear or when you doubt anything, your body changes and you send certain vibrations into the atmosphere that will somehow pull you into the same situation that which you are trying to avoid. How many of us have this small experience of wanting to miss that particular big pothole in the road, but somehow you have driven right into it. You enter a car park in a busy shopping mall, somehow already convinced that you may not find any parking. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happens. These are small but everyday examples of how we get pulled into the situations that are guided by our own beliefs. Similarly, when we have faith, when we keep faith in something, we send certain vibrations into the atmosphere, and that will somehow pull us into the same situations, into the same positive scenes and scenarios. You kept faith even when you knew that you didn't have enough qualifications for that particular job. But somehow something happened and you get the job. Miracle. You needed that money to pay off that loan. You kept faith even when your bank account was empty. Somehow someone comes and gives you that money, or your situation changes and you pay off that loan. Miracle. You kept faith in God even when the doctor told you that you have that terminal illness. You just held on to your faith. And after a few days, the doctor gives you a positive report. Miracle. It is not possible in the natural, but something supernatural takes over and a miracle happens. Time and again, it has been proved that miracles happen, and miracles happen to those who have faith. And my friends, this planet's atmosphere is filled with such vibrations and frequencies. So just have faith and speak faith into your situations. Speak faith into your life. Faith works. There's no question about it. In fact, faith alone works. So let us all enter this new year in faith and have a miraculous 2021. Let us have a happy new year. God bless.